The reason I didn't put this video together years ago was because... Hello! No one asked for this video. However, I just wanted to share a little bit of the process that goes into making one of these little music videos. So a little bit of background. In the year 1995, yes, 25 years ago, my little sister and my other little sister, who ran the video camera and was the infamous hand, took the family video camera and went and recorded roughly 13 minutes worth of non-stop, spontaneous songs. Years later, I discovered this video and thought it was hilarious. And at some point came up with the idea of putting music underneath these songs, thinking it could potentially make it that much more fun, funny to listen to. So I just started with the very first song that she came up with there on the spot originally.
Let's start our first song. Our first song is 5,000 Animals.
And with that song, thankfully I didn't really have to do much editing as far as like the lyrics that she came up with. As I went on to work with some of the other songs, there was a little bit more of editing. Sometimes the songs went on a bit, and sometimes there was just sections that just I didn't feel like they could fit into a more of a traditional song structure.
Well, the Bible is a good thing to read. I'm gonna tell you about the other things. Matthew, Luke, John, and others. Well,
and at the same time, you want to keep as much of what's there as possible, especially like what you considered like the funny bits, like her singing the word well, which I kind of assumed that it was her way of stalling, trying to come up with the next lyric.
well, 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 well.
And keeping those pieces of her singing something that gives a little bit of insight into how she thinks as a young girl.
All you can drink is water or coconut juice. One of my favorite ones is where they cut the baby in half almost.
So I thought I'd show you just a little bit of this uncut video and my thought process behind what I've done to it.
He was in the manger. He was tucked in.
See right there, you actually get a little blooper. She started over. So, you cut that.
Died on the cross for us. Died on the cross. He died on the cross for us. Died on the cross for us.
So this is another part where I just decided to cut what we're hearing. It goes on a bit and just
going to the temple, walking through the town.
So the reason I didn't put this video together years ago was because of how long this song goes on. Now with some of the software I have, I can do more. But even still, rewatching this, when I got to this part, I'm thinking, what do I do with this? I had to determine how much I leave in. There are some funny moments, unfortunately, that I did cut because she's going like this, and thankfully I found a place where her vocals kind of build up. She gets a little bit louder.
Died on the cross for us.
Then there's that middle part that I decided to cut out.
Died on the cross. He died on the cross for us. Died on the cross for us. To save our sins. Oh, he was good. walking through the town, going to the temple, walking through the town, going to the temple. He was in a tomb. Oh, everybody was so very happy to see. Everyone knows him. Everyone knows they go to the land.
And then she gets to that part where she says, I know Jesus.
I know Jesus loves.
So I just cut out the middle and put those together, and it works relatively well.
Died on the cross for us. I know.
So the software I use for the audio, FL Studio, and for editing the video, DaVinci Resolve. So with each of these videos, I always start with the audio first. I've got to get the song nailed down. I have to determine what the tempo of the song is going to be. I was listening to how she sang the verses, and I settled on 64 BPMs. So from there, I put in a very temporary drum loop and begin to adjust each line, sometimes even certain syllables to fit the tempo.
That is saving us from our sins. That is saving us from our sins.
Then I have to go back and adjust the pitch for each note that she sings to make sure that it's going to be relatively in tune. I don't want to make it perfect sounding because, you know, hearing those imperfections are also part of the charm.
Baby Jesus, baby Jesus, baby Jesus.
And then I go in and begin adding in different instruments, drum loops, bass, keys, synths, pads, that sort of thing, and tweak it until I come up with something that I kind of like. I'm doing it all by ear, so it sounds okay to me. So once I have the completed song, I then jump into video editing. I have to go in and sync up all of those lines, all of those syllables to the video. Make sure that the lip sync is correct. Then from there, I can go in and kind of have fun with certain filters or adding in additional effects. And then that's pretty much it.
That they had the baby of the world. That they had the baby of the world. The baby of the world.
Thank you for sticking with me. Believe it or not, there are a couple of these songs left that I haven't yet touched, and that's because they are the most complicated ones to put together. But who knows, maybe I'll get around to those. Don't forget to click and subscribe and like and blah blah blah. Okay, bye.